steal one of your chairs.
Sure, you can have this one. And if we are out of chairs, we can always get some chairs from the. Oh, look, there's two chairs over here. Look, there's one chair here. There's two. Thanks. Can you guys go next door and see if you can get some chairs, please? I think we need four more chairs. Oh, there's one other track, so three. Oh. So you're saying four. So one, two chairs. So as we wait on the other youth to arrive, I'd like you, does everyone know who they're sitting next to? No? Yes, let me see, do you know, yeah, you guys have the same shirt. So can you switch with one of your dear friends over here, please? We're trying to get to know each other, and that's one of the ways we can break traditional cycles. So it's starting now. So can you guys, I know it's uncomfortable right now, but at the end of this conference, you will get to know each other. So you can go over here. She's like, no. Can you guys mingle and change seats, please? May I have you guys mingle and change seats? Anyone you know or you're sitting next to, I want you to mingle and change seats with someone you do not know. Go ahead, don't be afraid. Get to know a new person. Yes, just go ahead, just find a place.
Just sit beside her.
Yes, you know her. So go and find someone else. Nice try. Look, I think there's someone sit at the back. Do you know the young lady at the back? No. Okay.
She don't know. These two young ladies.
Okay, so we can go ahead and close the door as we get started. And we see a lot of lovely faces in here. And my name is Alice Stevens. I'll talk a little about my background. But today we're going to focus on breaking traditional norms, expanding your potential. Because you guys are the future. You guys are the leaders. You are the change that we're wanting. So as we move forward, we want to find out what you can do, and we want you to find it within yourself as to what you can do to start about bringing change. And I see they have some young youth in here as well. I would also like your participation and encouragement to allow them to be engaged. So make it a little fun and engaging that they themselves can also remain engaged as well. So getting to know me. I have over 18 years of experience in youth restoration. I am also in youth prevention and empowerment. I have a master's degree in clinical and mental health counseling. I'm also certified as an international certified prevention specialist. I am actually the vice chair. I just went to the vice chair on the Victim Survivor Training Advisory Group for Delaware. I am also on the training team subgroup, and as well as the Sexual Assault Network of Delaware, Delaware Rape Prevention Leadership Team. There's a lot, right? And also the founder of Holistic Elevation. And I love, love, love working with you. Originally, I am from St. Lucia in the Caribbean. You have no idea where that is. So just imagine Florida. You have Florida, and below Florida, they have a lot of little islands that you sometimes do not see on the map. I'm on one of those islands. That's where I'm from. So when you go home, that might be a project that you will be able to investigate.
Would you spell St. Lucia, please, for my young people? You said you were from St. Lucia.
I am from St. Lucia.
Would you spell?
So they have two different ways to spell St. Lucia. The ST space LUCIA, and there's the Saint SAINT, and Lucia. Yes. My name is Alice Stevens. ALICE. Last name Stevens, STEVENS. And this is my lovely daughter here, Presley Stevens. So during this discussion, we will talk about some things that some of you guys might feel uncomfortable talking about. So we have the outer boundary. A is for assertive. You only say what you feel comfortable saying, because this is an area for growth. We want everyone to feel as if they're gaining. So we do not want anyone feeling as if they're the class clown, or they have to make someone feel uncomfortable for they themselves to feel.
For changing the world and envisioning a better tomorrow. But first, they need to be empowered, guided, and most of all, they need to recognize their innate self and value. The youth needs you. They need your help to ensure that they are given the opportunity to find their voices. They need your help to provide comfort, empathy, love, and compassion. The youth needs you. They are faced with many burdens. The burden of rectifying the problems that were passed down from the older generations, such as poverty, racism, sexism, drug abuse, gang violence, and yes, gun violence. They also have the burden of securing the future for the upcoming generations and ensuring that their struggles are not passed down to the children. Above all, they have their generational burdens, burdens that no other generation has been faced with, such as cyberbullying, consistent school shootings, youth homelessness, isolation, suicide, and bullying. Oh, adults, can you not hear the cry of the youth? They are crying for your help, protection, shoulder, and loving heart. It is time we invest in our youth. It is time that we show them that they are our invaluable gem to securing a future of hope, trust, and purpose. It is time for our youth to attend school without fear of being shocked by a peer. It is time our youth feels what it's like to not be bullied for being different. It is time for youth to feel what it means to be genuinely happy. It is time to learn more about our...
So it was just going to give my business information and stuff to learn more, but we'll provide that at the end. But what we're going to do right now, we're going to have an activity. So with the individuals at your table, there are 3 individuals at the table. So list 2 things that you're good at, so 2 of your strengths. With the people at your table, I want you to discuss it in a group. List 2 things that you're good at and 1 thing you need to grow in. And afterwards, what is your legacy? When you leave here, when you go to college, when you leave your community, what do you want, or even when you graduate from your college, what do you want to be remembered by? What legacy do you want to leave? You're not too young to leave a legacy. So we're going to brainstorm and see what you guys can come up with, and how do you want people to know you. So you guys can go ahead, we'll give you like 5 minutes to discuss, and this will be the brainstorming. So introduce yourself to the people you're sitting next to and get to know them. Okay? Everyone understood that?
It is still recording. Okay. Everybody.
When you guys are done, there will be a twist to it where you will be presenting your new friend's information. So you have to get to know your friend's name and tell the friend what your legacy is and what you like and everything.
Okay, all right. So did you guys transfer information because you will be introducing them? Okay. Okay. Right now. And this is so besides will just be and you guys good? Since you're the can you help? One of you guys, yeah. You guys are becoming mentors right away. Okay. One of you, she's coming already.
So you can help things. Sorry. If anyone else needs help, just look out and they come up and talk. So while you guys are waiting, just go ahead and make sure you have the information of the person you're going to introduce. So who are you going to introduce? Okay, and I think it she will be he's not here, so you guys will be switching. So get to know the name and everything else. Who are you guys introducing? Okay, great.
All right.
Have you guys decided who you're introducing? And you guys have it covered already? Thank you, dear. You guys have decided who you're introducing? You're not sure what you're going to do in? Okay, how old are you? You're 16. In 10 years, how old will you be? You'll be 26. So what do you want to develop during now at 26? And pretty much your person will say, oh, let's see what we have to work in. So let's see. Okay, so here you go. It was different?
We thought it was flipped the other way because on the board it said grow in. But you just told her she can work on her.
Yeah, that's great. Get better, yes. So you're just thinking of it differently, but it means the same. Yes. Okay, guys, 1 more minute. We're just waiting on the two intelligent people at the front here, and then we'll be ready to move on. Yes, stretch it out. I know, right? You guys up early? Okay, everyone, we'll be getting back to the floor, staying focused. So now, Presley and what's your name, love? Jasmine, would you guys like to switch information? So that's what you need to groom. Did you write what you need to groom? Oh, okay. Okay, so you will give it to love. So the two of you can stand. Okay, so guys, we have the youngest children going, they're presenting now. So please give them your utmost respect. Okay, go ahead.
Her favorite thing to do is basketball and running.
She needs to grow in.
She needs to get in school and to get
Okay. You guys hear that? She said she wants to make sure that she does not sleep, so she has to grow into making sure she does not sleep during my presentation. Okay. Can you project, please?
One thing she likes to do is being brave, being her and being brave. One thing she doesn't like to do is to marry another person. One thing she's good at
Right. All right.
Good job, guys. May we have some volunteers, please? Okay. No, yes, you guys can go ahead. You can stay right there where you are. Everyone can just turn around.
This is Madison. This is Shakira. She loves singing and she loves writing and she loves helping people. And Kennedy's and Kennedy, her weakness is public speaking. And her weakness is public speaking.
Did you guys say your legacy?
Oh, okay. She said her legacy is to help people. Yeah.
You can you can speak up if you
Speak
yeah.
up, y'all.
Yeah. Suicide.
She wants to help people with suicide prevention. Oh, we need to talk. Is there anything you would like to add?
She said about everything.
Yes. Okay, so who's going to introduce her?
Her name is.
She's right here.
She know her name, but she knows her name.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, okay, can you say?
Kershia. By the way.
Two things she's good at is public speaking and communication. One thing she needs to grow in is being patient. Her legacy is helping people.
Good job, thank you guys.
All right.
Next group that would like to volunteer, please. Oh, we have.
Okay. Aaliyah and her she's good at making meeting new people and making friends, and she has to work on being more outspoken. And her legacy, she wants to be known as an educated black woman.
Nice.
So this is Jacoby. She is good at public speaking. She is good at teamwork. She needs to work on her communication skills, and her legacy is being a very educated black woman.
Very nice.
Okay.
Aaliyah, she.
Who's Aaliyah? Oh, we're not sure who Aaliyah is, so you have to point to Aaliyah. Oh, okay.
She good is making new friends. And she will be educated.
And is that what you want to work on?
Being outspoken.
Oh, okay. Great. And what legacy does she want to leave behind?
Being educated.
Be educated. Okay, nice. Next table.
This is Christine. She good at math and dancing. She needs to work on her attitude, and she wants people to remember her as a helpful person.
That is Kristen, and she's good at math and sports, and she wants to be known as an athletic person, and she needs to stop having an attitude.
She needs to stop, or she needs to work on getting a more positive attitude. Yes.
This Janaya. She's a strong person. She's good at soccer and math, and she needs to stop being stubborn.
Stop being what?
Stubborn.
So instead of saying stop being, we want to change it into something positive. So she wants to be more assertive or more polite. So instead of focusing on the negative. So that's one thing we want to do, people, is to change the language. So try very hard to change the language from negative to positive. Thank you, ladies. What was the legacy you guys want to leave behind? What do you want people to remember you by?
I want to remember me as a helpful person.
Okay.
Strong.
Strong. And you? Athletic. Nice. Next table.
This is Walaisha, and she's good at social studies and dancing. The legacy she wants to leave behind is she's a flag girl in Westman, but she's not in high school.
This is Jocelyn. She is good at math, sports, good at not arguing with my brother all the time. She's a cheerleader, straight A's.
And legacy.
The cheerleader part was
What's that?
the cheerleader part was
Oh, okay. The legacy. Okay. Thank you, ladies. Oh, they're up. So go ahead.
This is Harris. This is Shamaya. Shamaya is good at helping people and comprehension. Some she needs to grow on in is she said her attitude. She said need change with it. And she said her legacy that she want to leave behind is that she is nice and smart. And she said, oh no, her legacy is that she want to be a traveling nurse, and she want people to know her by being nice and smart.
Nice.
Okay.
This is Chris Asian. She's good at helping others and being a good leader. And what she needs to grow in is her attitude. And the legacy that she wants to leave behind is as being a nice and kind person. And no, she wants people to know her as being a nice and kind person. And the legacy, she says she wants to be a nurse.
Okay.
Henry, two things she good at is speaking in public, singing. She needs to work on her anger. She is a good person with a kind heart. She wants people to know her and bring people close to God.
Okay. Nice. Next group. Okay, you guys go ahead. Go just now. Let them go because they're being playing.
This is Alana. She's good at swimming and reading. She needs to work on dancing in front of people. And legacy, she wants to be a lawyer.
This is Jasmine. She's good at she's good at basketball, math, public speaking. In her legacy, she wants to be on the WNBA. She thinks that she wants people to remember is by teaching younger kids basketball.
Nice.
This is for Artasha. She loves helping others and listening to people. And she needs to work on public speaking. And her legacy is being an outspoken person. And she wants people to remember her by Karen was a caring person.
Oh, did you guys introduce everyone? Yes? Okay. Thank you.
This is Jacoby. He's good at helping people and listening. He wants to grow in speaking, and he wants people to remember him as nice and hardworking. This is Peggy. This is Rodriguez. She wants people to know her as helping people. She's good at helping people, working and singing. She wants to communicate with others, and she wants people to love her as strong, hardworking, and a dedicated person.
This is Kanaya. She good at singing and she can work good as a team. And she needs to grow in communicating with others, and her legacy is stronger than that.
Nice. Thank you, everyone. So we have these two lovely ladies.
This is Jeremiana. She is good at dancing and caring for her family, and she wants to learn how to believe in herself and be a good dancer.
This is Sanaya. She's good at drawing and writing. She needs to grow in braveness and self-confidence. She wants people to know her as caring and strong young lady.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. One of the reasons why we do that is many times we do not recognize the positive in ourselves. We do not realize that we have a lot of strength within us. But if our peers, if our friends do not recognize it for us, and we have difficulty recognizing it, then who else will recognize it for us? So that's one of the reasons why we did that, for us to learn how to speak the positive of others. Find out how we can empower each other, because walking down from your schools, your community, your friends at school might not be able to empower you. Your family members might not be able to empower you. But if you have each other, you'll be able to empower each other to achieve whatever you can and whatever you will. Many times you hear people, as I say, made mention that, especially being African Americans, there's a lot of challenges that you face. There's a lot of challenges that befall you. But if we come and I'm like, hey, and I only focus on the negative or anything that you do that is negative instead of looking at the positive, I only keep on beating you down instead of building you up. And if you do the same, there's a lot of bullying, there's a lot of suicide, there's a lot of things that's going on with your peers. And who is better to empower a peer than a peer? You have the strength to empower each other. You guys want to move? Okay. Is it going? Okay, here it is. So, through all of the activities that you guys have done, you guys are support for each other. You are the future change. You are the current change. You are hope. Not only hope for yourself, but hope for your family, hope for your community, hope for your school, and hope for the future that you have not seen. You are that hope. You are a voice for those who are not able to provide their voice, those who are voiceless. You might not be good in public speaking, but you might be good in cheerleading. You can use that as a strength. You might be good in social studies. You might be good in becoming in the science world, being a nurse, whatever it is. You have the ability to strengthen each other. Try your very best not to compare yourself with anybody else, because every one of you have walked a different path to be here today. No one knows your story. Not even your best friend might know your full story. So you cannot compare your life with someone else who is sitting next to you or who lives in the same house with you. There are many times brothers and sisters or sisters and sister siblings raised in the same house, but their trials, their difficulties are not the same. You are a second chance. Whatever happened to your parents, whatever happened to your older siblings, whatever happened to your grandparents, whatever is happening now, you have that chance to change it. Do you guys believe that you have a chance to change the community, the world, and the nation? What's that?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you guys saying it as if you're half asleep. I know you're half asleep, but I want the confidence. Do you guys think you have what it takes to change the nation?
Yes.
Nah, you're still half asleep. Do you guys think you have what it takes to change the nation?
Yes.
Nah, you guys are waking up, but you're not there yet. Do you guys think you have what it takes to change the nation? Yes. That's more like it, but I heard that side. I didn't hear all of that side. I need to hear everyone. Do you guys think you have what it takes to change a nation?
Yes!
That sounds more like it. You guys are life. You guys are love.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, go ahead. You guys are everything that is missing. You are the gap fillers. Are you valuable to the world? Are you valuable to your community, your school, the United States of America? Do you guys think you are very important people? You guess? Let me see the hands of people that guess. Okay, guess. Who say a solid no? Who say a solid yes? Okay. Regardless of your background, because you guys are youth, you are the most valuable asset in the world. Not only in America, but in the world. Do you believe that? Yes? I mean, I need to hear the yes. Like, seriously. I'm seeing the head nods like, I'm not sure. I won't say it too loud. But you guys are the most valuable in the world.
Yes.
We have the younger, so I'm going to visualize. May I have 2 volunteers, please? Come on. Come on. Okay, so we can have you represent the older generation, the grandmas and the grandpas. I can have you represent the children. Both of them have stepped out. And may I have 1 more, please? Okay, come on. And I'll have you represent the youth. All those that's here between, you can come in between. All those that's here between the ages of 13 to 30. You guys are the most valuable asset in the world. People haven't told it to you. But because you are the youth, you're connected with the older generation. Can you stretch out that hand for me, please, and just hold on the shoulder? You connect to the older generation, and you connect to the children. So you have the ability to change or influence the older generation. You have the influence to change and influence the upcoming generation. And most of all, you also have the power to change your generation. In reality, you have 3 generations you can change. You are more powerful than you ever realize. In other words, you guys are carrying the world on your shoulder or in your hands. You literally can change the world. You can put your hands down. So thank you, ladies. So you are called connectors. You connect generations together and you bring about that change. How can you use your hardship as solutions? You know, sometimes we go through things in life and we think that's the end of the world. We get an F and we think, oh my God, this is the end of the world. We're not able to eat, or our parents are not able to buy what we want. We think it's the end of the world. But what we do with those hardships, when I say hardships, I'm not talking about anything that causes life-threatening actions towards you. I'm talking about things that you go through. Probably not being able to have breakfast. Probably your parents are not being able to pay the bill on time. Something that everyone are able to, but you are not able to do it. But if you use that hardship and you say, you know what, I do not want to be like my parents. I want to make sure that when I grow older, my children are able to walk the streets safe without being worried about all the challenges that's going on. So some of you guys are in college right now. You want to be a nurse. Are you in college right now? No? What grade are you? 10th? Okay. So when you go in college, traditionally is that we take only 1 major. But what I'm advising you today is that if you're ready to change the world, pick up 2 majors. 2 majors that are totally opposite or close together that you're getting ready for that future. So nurse and what can be linked together? Nurse and technology, STEM. Because yes, you can go everywhere. There's different things that are developing. You can be the one that's not only giving the vaccines, but you can also develop it scientifically. You can use your computer. You can use different things for it to formulate it. Are you in college? Anyone in college right now? No? Okay, so when you guys get out there, think of what you can do and how you can get ready for that future, because it doesn't start when you're 25, it does not start when you're 20. It starts now. It starts at the age of 8, it starts at the age of 7, it starts at the age of 15, it starts at the age of 10. You cannot wait for it to start. It starts now. So remember, whatever hardship you face, use that to make you get stronger. So here we're going back to the connectors. This group here represents you guys. Anyone here is the age of 15? Okay, great. How old will you be in 15 years? 30, right? That's pretty old, right? What about, she's 8. Within 15 years, she'll be 23. She'll be 22. Anyone in here 18? 17? 17. How old will you guys be in 15 years? What's that? 32? Yep, you guys will be 32. So you guys will be out of college, you probably will have your family and stuff. So it does not start when you're 20. Think of it of the long goal too. Usually people tell you, think of the 5-year plan. I tell you, no. Think of the 15-year plan. Think of what you want to accomplish in 15 years. How old are you? 11. How old do you think you will be in 15 years? 26. Do you know what you want to be when you're done with high school? A doctor. Do you know what kind of doctor? For children, a pediatrician. Okay, so there we have a lot of potential in here. But you guys have to push each other forward. So as the connectors, not only do you guys have your problems, with your problems right now, you have a lot of your peers that are either being faced with suicide, they are either being faced with a lot of challenges. But whatever you do, you will be making the changes for the younger generations. You know, like the adults, they went through poverty, they went through racism, sexism, all those other things. But they did not work on solving those problems. They worked on reducing the problem. So now you guys have a lot of problems that you're working with. So what you do now will help you to prevent that problem from passing on to the children. Can hardship change your future? Can hardship help change the future? Do you guys believe that whatever you go through will help you have a better future? Yeah. How can you use your hardship as solutions? Anyone, do you think you can use your hardship as solutions for the future?
I don't know if you have the dedication to do so.
Correct. Dedication is very important. Anyone else? Do you think you need support? Yeah, you guys need a lot of support for you to be able to use your hardship as solutions. So, and understanding generational challenges. So we'll talk a little about that. When back home, at the age of 15, I was withdrawn from school. I never completed high school. So because of family financial difficulties, I was pulled out from high school. But if anyone sees me, I have a master's degree and everything, no one could tell, right? Mm-hmm. You cannot tell my story unless I share it. So I went to the college and I spoke to the dean of the college and I told him that I wanted to get into school, but I don't have any, what you guys call GED, but we call it CXC. He told me, okay, you can come in, you can be part of the classes, you get enrolled and everything, but you have to make sure you pass all the classes. So because I didn't strongly believe in myself, I'm like, okay, you know what, I'll just do 2 classes and I'll test it out. When I went and I did the first 2 college classes without any high school education, I got a 73. I still remember the grade. That was how many years ago. And I was so excited. I couldn't believe I got 73 when all the students in my class who had a high school education failed and I passed. They had students at the college who came, and a group of them, you know, there's always that group of students who do not like you for any reason. So I used to always, the same way I dress right now, I used to dress up and make sure that however I feel, I dress. So I made sure that even if I didn't have money, even if I did, that doesn't mean I have to show that I didn't have money. I made sure I took care of myself. So while I was walking past one of the classrooms, one of the teachers were in there. She was like, Alice, come on. We know that you have distinctions. And back home, distinctions are not A's, but they're higher than A's. It's like you cannot go any further. So they're like, we know you have distinctions on all your exams. What did you get on CXC? That's the GED. I'm like, me? I don't even know what, I never saw the classroom for CXC. And they're like, what? So the teacher went downstairs to the dean's office to find out whether I have any CXCs, because number one, it's rare that you hear a student enroll in college without any high school education. So they found out I didn't have any. But if that dean did not tell the higher up people that I was enrolled, that could have caused a problem. But at the end of the day, in 2004, I graduated top of my department. In 2005, I'm like, you know what? I'm not satisfied. In 2005, I graduated top again from my department without any high school education. But that did not worry me. I became the executive secretary for one of the top hotels in St. Lucia within less than 5 years. And from there, I started working with the director of the Caribbean Drug and Research Institute, where I helped facilitated and I helped coordinate with various activities that he had. So instead of using my hardship as a way of downfall or feeling sorry for myself, I use it as my strength. And what I did when I was in college, they had students who come to me and they're like, Alice, I do not have lunch, I do not have anything to eat. And I went to the dean, I'm like, can we use the cafeteria, the teacher's lunch? So I used to go to the store, buy ramen. You know, ramen noodles at that time was like the cheapest ever. So buy ramen noodles, get one of those big teacher bowls and put it in the microwave and warm it up. And then all the students in the college that did not have anything to eat, we all would be around the table eating from that big noodle bowl. I think we had like 4 packets in there, and everyone around would just eat through the bowl. We used that as a strength. And from there, they had a group of students who did not like me for no reason. I was sitting on one chair and one girl in college. I'm like, seriously? So I was sitting on one chair and the girl wanted to get the chair. I'm like, if you want it, you can just ask. Here you go. But her intention was to fight. And I'm like, I'm not going to fight you. So I gave her the chair and I walked. Yes. But it is very important, like your strongest, because if I had fighted, number one, I could have been kicked out. I will not be setting an example or whatsoever. So we always have to think. So I gave her the chair and I left. And one time I was walking through the hallway, she and some other girls were in that classroom. And when I was walking, I came to the classroom, I'm like, I just wanted to let all of you guys know I have no problem with you. But if you have a problem with me, you can come and talk to me and we'll try to figure it out. And yes, I was pretty bold. And at the end, do you think anyone came and talked to me? Yes. 2 people actually came and talked to me. And right now, these 2 individuals are still my very good friends. And he's looking at me like, no. Yes. It is up to us to build our confidence and build ourselves to the standard we want people to treat us. If we allow people to treat us anyway, they will treat us the way if we don't set boundaries. If they treat us with disrespect, because this is what we laid the foundation for. We have to set it, even for our peers. My very best friend, when we were in college, we met in college, I told her, number one thing about me is that I do not associate myself with people who gossip or bring people down. She's like, oh, okay. Then one of the friends came down from New York, and when she came down, usually when people travel, they act as if they know it all, so they think that they can bring other people down. So when she came to the college, everybody that passed by, she would start gossiping about them, making fun of them. In other words, she was just a big bully. So I stopped associating myself with them. I'm like, no, because number one, this is not me. And I didn't tell my best friend anything, because she also knew that this was not right. So for the entire semester, I stopped talking to her. I stopped going to her home. I stopped calling her. If I saw her on campus, I would not to communicate with her, because she was hanging around people that was just bringing other people down. And at the end of the semester in December, she came to me. She's like, Alice, what did I do to you? You're not talking to me. I'm like, I told you from the beginning, if you gossip or you bring people down, I cannot hang around you. You cannot be my friend. And she stopped associating herself with the individual that was doing the gossiping. And up to a day like today, we're still best friends. So I'm telling you these stories because you have to lay the foundation. My legacy I leave is that wherever I go, I make a difference. One student, when I was in Grambling, she brought her mother all the way from Baton Rouge to Grambling to meet me. So just because I'm a student, I do not say, hey, I'm a student, so I cannot do anything. In high school, I did not graduate, but the first year of high school, when they had the seniors that were teasing the freshmen, and I was walking the hall coming, and they're like, the seniors were like tall basketball girls that were coming and just teasing them. And they were just coming and they called them all sorts of names, which I do not want to share for lack of spreading negativity. Yeah. That's the nicest way to put it. So when I came, they were actually teasing the freshmen. We call them the Form 1s. And I came to them, I was like really short. I have heels now, but at that time I was pretty short. So I went on 2 stairs and I stood in front of the seniors and like, don't come here and start teasing us freshmen. You're not supposed to be here. In fact, get out. So I literally, like I told them, and only to find out that one of the seniors there knew my mom. And if you know my mom is very, very strict. So any news that gets to her, you better be scared for your bum. But in this case, it was a good thing because one of the seniors went back and told my mom, out of all the freshmen, I was the only one who stood up to them. I'm like, number one, you are not supposed to be teasing the freshmen. You are not supposed to be doing that. So now with all those stories I tell you, I stood up and I made those changes by myself. What can you do as an individual, as a youth, to make changes starting now? You said no? No. Are you reading your Facebook? Mm-hmm. So what can you do to make those changes right now? We're going to take probably 2 minutes for you to discuss what you can do to make changes within your community or your school. With your desk mates. she grew because of this. So now what can you do is just try to help her. You not have to know them. And do you guys go to the same school? Yes. So good. So that's probably you guys can probably look into opening a program on campus where you can have students have them come bully free or suicide free and environmentally content to see what's going on. What they find easy because the homeless, you know they have some homeless people that are rich, right? So how they're rich, they just choose to be homeless. So how would you know which ones? When you say call them, what do you need to do to help them? Oh, the kids, okay. Oh, that's good. Yes. Okay. And that's a good project to have. You can definitely do that, have your whatever else you want to do, because there, I went to a school that was teaching the students, and I found out that so they have a lot of homeless children. So whatever you can do to help them, you not always want to just eat, but you also want to empower them, that give them some place to help others. Okay, so educating them is one way, like giving them tips and helping them read and stuff like that. And that's what what does Selena do? I say kill them with kindness, so you know, take it being kind. Some people might not like it, like I can yes, I didn't walk away. But when I catch attitude, and that's why you have to know your limits. So you're walking away is saying hi to them and you're ignoring them. Or hopefully you're ignoring them. And it's because sometimes we can message everybody else very well together. So that's why even I said people might not like it just because they just don't know better. But so that's why I want you guys to focus on strengthening each other, because no one else can strengthen you except for each other. So you have to be Can you guys put away your phone and take that off, please? And you guys still we're going to put it as you guys want to present? How's it coming along?
Huh? He wants you. Okay, she's coming.
Yes, love.
Okay.
Yes, love. Yes,
This young man.
Do you speak Creole? Do you speak French? Yes, I have French. Yes. Okay, everyone, getting back to the center. May I have one timekeeper, please? May I have someone to be my timekeeper? Okay. Please let me know when it is 10:50. We end at 11, so I do not want to go over.
10:41.
10:41. Okay. So we do not want to go over, so please let me know. Okay, may I have 3 individuals that are willing to, I know your group wants to, so you can go ahead and share. And you guys want to share too? Okay.
Inside of our group, we discussed that we can have fundraisers to create a girls' place and a recreational center for youth to stay out of trouble. And we can get youth and people inside of our community involved to make some of the changes inside of the school and community.
Nice. Thank you. Okay, you two want to present, okay? Yeah. So,
If someone is bullying, I will try to stop them and say, if someone is bullying you, would you like that? No, you would not, so stop doing that to them. If somebody is being
can you project so they can hear you?
If somebody is being mean or bullying, I'll just try to do the same thing as her, but a little differently. I'll just probably tell a teacher, try to stop him or her myself.
Okay.
And
Okay.
just try to make that bully stop being a bully.
Okay.
And try to make that bully is that person that's trying to bullying that other person, I'm gonna try to make them friends.
Okay, thank you. We have the future leaders right here, guys. So, do you guys want to share what you'll discuss? Anyone? Okay, go ahead. Hey guys,
Speak up, y'all.
Can you guys be quiet while they're presenting, please?
We discussed about helping the needy / homeless,
Okay.
by giving books away.
Can you explain to them the homeless group that you want to help?
I want to help the youth.
Okay. Did you guys hear that? They want to help the homeless youth by giving away books. Not yet. Okay, you guys can go ahead and.
I said to stand up for myself, not to be bullied, and to be successful.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, everyone. So we're about to come to a close. Can you change history? We asked that. Can you sit down, please? We asked that already. Can you change history? Do you think one person can change history? No. No? How many people said no? You're confused. Who's confused? Yes. Actually, one person can change history. Throughout history, it has always been one person starting that change. Martin Luther King was one person and everyone else followed. The lights, it was one person who started it. What else do you think that happened throughout history and it took one person? Yes. To stop slavery, yes. Martin Luther King, it was one person, yes.
He was trying to put the white people and the black people together.
Correct. He was trying to. So you see, they're very educated. So we have a group of individuals. Anytime you look at history, from Thomas Edison, Martin Luther King, Steve Jobs, it always took one person to invent something or to change history. It always took one person. This one individual, they considered them the weirdo of society because they were changing societal norms. So if you think you need more people to start a change, you only need the mirror. And what's in the mirror? Your reflection. So in reality, you need you. Did you have something to say? Yeah. So if there's something you want to tell the adults, what can the adults do to support you? Do you guys think you get the support of the adults? Let me see the hands that say yes. Okay, we have, so in such a large group, I think we have like 5 people who said yes, the adults support them. How many people say you do not get the full support from the adults? Okay, we have 2 individuals, the others not sure. But we also want to encourage the adults to support you, because whatever changes you guys are going through, they are one of those generations that also need to support you guys. When does change start? When do you think change starts?
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure? Because you sound confused. When do you think change starts?
Now.
When do you think change starts?
Now.
I want you to say it so loud that their conference goes to a stop. When do you think change starts?
Now.
Good. Change starts now. So I want to hear everyone say I am, and we're going to call it out. So when I say I am, you say support. So I want you to say it loud and strong with confidence. I am
Support.
I am
Change.
I am
Hope.
I am
A voice.
I am
Second chance.
I am
Life.
I am
Love.
and that's you. So thank you everyone for coming. I believe we are on time. So thank you very much. So when you leave here, remember you are the change you want to see. You are the future. Why are you smiling? You just have a big grin. So you can look into your agenda to see what's next. So while we wait on the adults to be done with the conference, I encourage you to mingle and get to know each other. Just kill some time. Okay.